Hi everybody, hi every spirit, Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to take a ride to surf on Esoteric Cloud, which is a lighter, less dense, and also vibing on a higher frequency and vibration vehicle in comparison to the vehicles that we are using right now, mind, emotions, and body. And when your spirit or my spirit rides Esoteric Cloud, it can surf, it can fly to higher, more wider, more expanded, wiser realms of reality, so you can look at yourself and your circumstances from a lighter way and feel lighter about yourself and your circumstances as well. And like the clouds outside float above the earthly matters and they are themselves in a higher, lighter space, the same happens to us. And before we start, a huge shout out to the Soul Group, huge shout out to everybody changing the world right now. Huge shout out to Daria, my beautiful partner. The link to her page will be in the description below. My link tree with all my content will also be in the description below. My email for booking services and donations via PayPal will be in my description below as well. And the link to my Discord as Osu Gaming will also be in the description below. And I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, a whole bunch of individuality and creativity, okay? And here are we today to talk about the travels of Jupiter. Can you guys see this clearly? The travels of Jupiter. So, in this series, the travels of each planet, we see how are the days, how are the experiences, how are the travels of each planet or of the major planets in our surrounding space, in our solar system, the system for souls, the system for spirits that are unique and individual, that are soul, so low, alone, soul, so low spirit, right? And if you are into astrology, you know that Jupiter rules Sag, it rules Pisces, it's exalted in Cancer and falls in Capricorn. And esoterically speaking, Sag is the external, is the masculine side of Jupiter. Pisces is the internal, is the feminine side of Jupiter. So we can say that Sag is the daytime of Jupiter and that Pisces is the nighttime of Jupiter. And the Jupiter being exalted in Cancer means that the sun starts to rise on Cancer, on the 4th house, on Jupiter's perspective, and by it falling on Capricorn, it means that the sun starts to settle down, to go down on Capricorn. So we have daytime starts in Sag, or the sun is it's very bright in Jupiter when it reaches the 9th house. It is fully night when it reaches the 12th house, and the sun starts to rise on the 4th and starts to settle down on the 10th house. And here it is the trigonometry circle, right? Let's see if I can explain, if I can hold these and explain to you at the same time. So, we can see Sag over here, day, Sag, and Pisces over here, right? So, the daytime, fully daytime, is small on Jupiter. It's only about if Jupiter traveled at the same speed as we do, which is not, it's different, but if it was, to be more relatable to us, full day would only last 2, 4, 6 hours. No, 2 hours. 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours in Jupiter. Because it starts to fall in Capricorn. It's still day, but not full power day. The thing is, on Jupiter, the mornings, the rising, are immensely huge. Because it starts in Cancer, so 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours from the sun rising to the sun being on its highest position and it's really day. Okay, 8 hours. Then 2 hours after that, the sun, if Jupiter traveled as we do, okay, just that we can relate with Jupiter. Then 2 hours after noon, basically the sun starts to fall on Jupiter. Then from Capricorn, right, 2 hours, 4 hours, it's night. Okay, then it's nighttime in Pisces. So nighttime in Pisces, then until the sun rises again, it's 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, and 8 hours. So nighttime, huge. Daytime, small. Morning time, rising time, huge. And Jupiter, it actually coincides because Jupiter is not much about individuality. It's not much about fixed, showing your individuality and creativity in a fixed way. Jupiter is about mutability. Jupiter is about you relating with others' individuality, expressing in accordance to others' individuality, receiving others' creativity, aka mutable fire and mutable water, aka Sag, aka Pisces. So we can learn that the daytime is very, very short. Okay? So Jupiter is not much about seeing the light, which is not. Jupiter is about faith. It's about belief. It's about, even though it's dark, for you it doesn't matter. For you it's bright, it's beautiful because you believe in it, because you have faith in it, right? And that is represented by the huge morning time, right? Because it's not night, but it's not day. It's coming from the night to day. So you are coming from your own internal world, and you can always see representations of yourself. You don't need external representations of yourself, right? You believe in yourself. You believe in all possibilities by default. If you have Sun, Moon, Rising, or Jupiter in Sag and Pisces, or Neptune in Pisces, or in Sag as well, right? And it's actually very interesting because it's true. If you know about astrology, you know how Jupiter is about faith and belief. It's about potential. It's not about what you can see right now. It's about what you might be able to see in the future, right? And nighttime is also very big. 2, 4, 6, 8 hours. The nighttime is the same as the rising time, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. So, and Jupiter is way more feminine. Jupiter is way more about spirituality, what we can't see, what we can feel. Because for you to see something, that needs to exist already. And Jupiter is more about creating, expanding that. So you have this amount of energy. But if you are a Jupiterian person, you see this, or you don't see this, you see how much it can grow. You see something that's not really there. You see distant stars in the night, right? What you do is you expand this. You expand this tiny space to this. A more Mercurial or a more Saturnian person will focus immensely on this and using this for the best things possible. Jupiter, you want to expand this and then use it. That's why it's about the night and the rising, because the rising is coming from the night, coming from nothing, no thing, coming from darkness, create light, expand light. So it's coming from small and expanding to big. It's not already big. It's not already something we can see. You expand from that tiny to the big one. Okay, you are a big bang person. You can create, because big bang, it's true. Where it's not true, it was one big bang. One big bang created everything. No, there is a lot of big bangs happening inside of you. A big bang is basically when a spirit becomes aware and it starts to create things in existence. Basically, It's a bit more complex, but basically it's that, okay? And Jupiter is very much about that. Big nights and big mornings. Your spirit spends a lot of time with himself, imagining, having faith, having belief, and then we bring that into light. It's not about using what already is. It's not about being real and analyzing things and seeing things around us. No, it's about creating realities, expanding realities, potential, creativity, far away, because it's so much time of night in Jupiter that spirits in Jupiter have no choice but to see many stars, imagine about it, have faith about it, create stories about it. In a planet where we see more of the sun, like we do, we see a lot of the sun, we are more focused about the present. We are more focused about what can we do right now. We are more focused about the past. And Jupiter as well, because it's a lot of nighttime, but here on Earth we get more fixed about the past, kind of melancholy. Especially the country where I live in, we even created a music style that it's about the past, about sorrow, about missing something or somebody. Jupiterian people, they take that, and that's the reason, that past moment is the reason why they believe in a bright future. Because if I miss the past, it's because the past was good. And if the past was good, that means that the future can be good. Right? That's how Pisces and Sagittarius can live under the bridge and still feel like a millionaire. And they probably will be a millionaire. And you spend your whole life safe on the middle line, working on a job, on a corporation. Yes, you save, you can eat tomorrow, you have a roof over your head, but you're never gonna be a millionaire. Sagittarius, Pisces, they can live 5 years under the bridge, rest of their life millionaires. Because they were alone, they were in the dark, they were in the nighttime. 8 hours of night in Jupiter, 8 hours of night. And they spend other 8 hours creating fire, creating light out of it, creating creativity, things to sell, stories, books to write. The first moment they get their hands on the phone, they turn viral on social media. And now their pages are monetized and shit, right? But if they didn't spend all that time in night and on the rising, they'll never reach that position. But daytime is super short. It's only 2 to 3 hours. So what's hard for Jupiterian people is to maintain that light. It's to maintain that success. It's to maintain a position. The first moment they reach a position, they reach a height, they want to change, or they want to go spiritual again, or they want to go inside, or they want to go to another space and expand on that. Why? Because only 2 to 3 hours of daytime, only 2 or 3 hours of being seen, because what is daytime? Daytime is when one star and another star, a body of water and another body of water come together, create an atmosphere, temperament, temperature, light, transformation, birth, life, so on. So, by being because it's not about 8 hours of night. It's about 8 hours of night and 2 hours of day, because I think in Venus it's very balanced. I remember doing that video about Venus, it was very balanced. And that's the unbalanced factor of Jupiter, right? From Pisces to Cancer, the rising, it's all night. Day, it's only this little bit. So you can see the huge difference. So, Jupiterian people, they come together to create something, to create life, to create existence, and then they want to separate again. They want to go and do that somebody on somewhere else, and they spend more time traveling from A to B than creating something there. Saturnian people, they spend more time on A and on B than on the travel itself. They travel shorter, but more consistently. Jupiter, they can travel great distance in a very short period of time, but they always traveling, they always searching, they never finding. Saturnian people, they spend more time on the things they found, foundation, and then they forget that we can do something different. We can do this thing, but over there, we don't need this. Sometimes Saturnian people is like, this space is already dead, but we still try to build here. No, no, no. Let's travel. Jupiter people, life has just started here. They already want to go to another place. They already want to go to the darkness. They already want to create a light in that darkness. They don't want to spend a lot of time in that same light that they created. And that can be hurtful to business, to status, to stability. But Jupiterian people, they always know that that thing, that stability, that money, that influence is always in them, because they spend a lot of time in night, right? They spend a lot of time in night with themselves in the spiritual realm. So they are very spiritual, right? And that's it for today, guys. Very, very interesting. A lot of time, a lot of night time in Jupiter, very few daytime in Jupiter, because it's daytime in Sag and the sun starts to set on Capricorn right away, right? So that shows us that Jupiterian people, they don't like to be seen very much. They don't like to expose very much. They don't like to be very much present. They like to travel. They like to go. That's why they're mutable. They're chameleons. They adapt. They change. They transform. They are not fixed. It's not my individuality, it's our individuality. Things like that, okay? So I hope this video was interesting for you. It was very interesting for me. I learned something. I understand way better Jupiterian people and Jupiterian energy from a higher perspective, from an esoteric cloud surfer, you know it. Until the next time, huge shout out to the Soul Group. Remember to check the links in the description below. Huge shout out to everybody changing the world right now. Please love yourself, love the world, don't be afraid of life, and enjoy it. Till the next time, Esoteric Cloud Surfer surfing out. Goodbye and have fun.